Welcome back to my channel. Not gonna lie, I'm not even sure how to do this video, but I promise to share the information coming out on the Chris Watts Revelation and the Reckoning channel with you, so you don't have to support the channel. But I'm not sure you're even going to believe what I'm going to tell you, and I'm afraid you're going to think I've really lost my mind this time. I assure you I haven't, but I'm going to sound like I did when I tell you what's going down. Now, I just want to say before I start that I'm not trying to be condescending or disrespectful to anyone I'm going to discuss in this video, but it may sound that way, because it just might come out that way. I don't know. I'm just going to start and see what the hell happens, okay? Okay, here goes. Okay, I told you in a previous video that Cheryln Cadle, the author of the book Letters from Christopher, announced that she wrote a new book about the case, and it was due out in November. But I guess the release date was moved to December because it hasn't come out yet. But the YouTube channel Plunder announced that Cheryln said she was going to include information in her new book that would break the case wide open, which I assumed was just her way of garnering interest in the book. Well, apparently she wasn't playing, because she had another true crime YouTuber, Armchair Detective, share a shocking bit of information from her book on his channel on December 13th of 2020. If you watched the live he did that day about the information she wanted him to share, then you already know what I'm talking about. If you didn't watch it, then I'll share it with you here. But I want to warn you before I do that it involves the murders of Bella and Celeste Watts, and it's going to be very hard to hear. According to Armchair Detective, Cheryln Cadle asked him to share on his channel that Chris Watts told her that Shanann killed Cece, but not Bella. So he killed Shanann and drove them all out to his work site with Bella still alive. When they got to the site, Cheryln claims Chris told her that he carried Cece to the tank where he placed her, and Bella walked from the truck to the tank with him. She said Chris said Bella climbed the stairs to the top along with him and witnessed him putting Cece's little body inside. She said that was when Chris said Bella asked him if he was going to do the same thing to her. Apparently, he told Cheryln that Bella was carrying Cece's blanket, and he used it to smother her there at the top of the tanks. Of course, this theory makes sense to Armchair Detective because it supports his shadow theory, which he tried to prove, suggesting that you could see the shadow of one of the girls walking out to the truck while Chris was loading the bodies. But he did say that he does not believe that Shanann killed Cece. He believes Chris did. Now, I have nothing against Armchair Detective. As a matter of fact, he shares my opinion that Chris didn't act alone on that fatal morning. And he was obviously very hesitant to share Cheryln's information with his audience because he understood how difficult it would be for everyone to hear. He said he thought about whether or not he should even share it for hours prior to going live, but decided to honor Cheryln's request and share it. But he seemed very bothered by it. Now, he said Cheryln is scheduled to appear on his channel on December 19th, but I guess she didn't want to be the one to share this awful information, other than in her book, so she asked him to share it ahead of time. Then he said something that made no sense to me. He said when he spoke with Cheryln, she told him she had a lot of information that she didn't include in her first book, like the information she asked him to share, because her publisher thought it was too awful for her readers to read. Then he said Cheryln told him that's why she wrote another book, so she could include the things she omitted in her first book. But from what I've heard, she's using the same publisher for her second book. So how is it too heinous to include in her first book, but it's totally acceptable for her second book? I guess that's a good question to ask her when she goes on Armchair's channel, if they go live. Now, I hate to bring this up, but I can't do this video if I don't. Supposedly, it was when Chris was smothering Bella at the top of the tanks that she yelled, "No, Daddy," according to Cheryln, not in the truck, as Chris previously stated. This is important because it leads me to the next thing I need to tell you, which is the thing that's going to convince you that I've lost my mind. But I don't think I have. Well, who really knows at this point? But I'm going to defend myself by referring you to the video on the channel Chris Watts' Revelation in the Reckoning, so you can at least see where I got it from. You don't have to watch it, but I want you to see that it's there, so you don't think I'm crazy. And the channel's creator, Kim, is asking that we all share the information out, so I'm not doing anything bad here, even if I can't do it with a straight face. The video is called Chris Watts, Wisconsin Bombshell Revealed. I'm going to start by telling you how the video came about. Then I guess all hell's just going to break loose. I don't know. Okay, here goes. Apparently there's a woman named Sarah who watched Armchair Detectives live when he revealed the new horrific information about Bella that Cheryln asked him to share. She said she knew Cheryln was lying about what Chris said because Chris wouldn't say that. Now stay with me here because this is going to get messy. So when she realized that Cheryln was lying to Armchair Detective to get him to put out false information, she contacted Kim from Chris's channel because she said she knew Kim would tell the truth. So, Kim did a live explaining that Sarah was desperately trying to get a hold of her via email, so Kim contacted her back, and apparently they had a Zoom session so Sarah could share with her what she knew. Now, I guess Sarah's from the UK. I don't know her, and all I'm doing is sharing her story with you as she told it to Kim. Sarah claims that she's intuitive, and that she had a dream about the case back before Chris did his Wisconsin jailhouse confession. Back when she had the dream, she says she was involved in a Facebook group that Cheryln Cadle had about the case and her book. She said she described her dream in Cheryln's Facebook group and says it was discussed between the members of the group and shared in other groups as well. Now remember, I'm just telling you what Sarah told Kim. Don't kill the messenger. Apparently, Cheryln took quite an interest in Sarah's dream back when she was still in communication with Chris's parents, and she contacted Sarah for more details about it. Then Sarah said that Cheryln asked her to write it out and send it to her via email because she didn't want to discuss it with her in posts on her Facebook group. After their discussion about her dream, I guess some time had passed, and Cheryln blocked Sarah from her group with no explanation. So Kim said Sarah said she didn't think anything of it until she heard Chris's Wisconsin jailhouse confession. She said that when she heard his confession, she knew he was lying because he included things in his confession that were in her dream. Things that she had told Cheryln Cadle were in her dream. So at that point, she knew Cheryln had shared her dream with Chris's parents, who in turn shared it with Chris. And it was fresh in Chris's mind when he did his second confession in Wisconsin. So, Sarah believes Chris used her dream to form his second confession. Then when she heard Cheryln's new information, that Chris said Bella walked with him up the stairs to the tanks where he smothered her and she yelled, "No, Daddy," that was from her dream too. So she knew it was a lie, and Chris never said that. She believes Cheryln is using her dream to help write her second book as well. Guys, it's all in Kim's video. I can't make this shit up. So in Kim's video, Wisconsin Bombshell Revealed, Kim plays a recorded call between her and Sarah, where Sarah explains that she had the dream and shared it with Cheryln, and Kim claims that's proof that Chris's Wisconsin confession was a lie, because Chris took it from Sarah's dream. It wasn't real. Kim also said she asked Chris about the information Cheryln had Armchair Detectives share, and he said it was not true. He told her he never said anything like that to Cheryln. So, Kim asked Sarah when she had her dream, and Sarah said it was in February. Chris's Wisconsin confession didn't happen until March. So Kim says that timeline is so important to prove that the information was fresh in Chris's mind, and he used it for his confession. And I got nothing else to say. I'm speechless. Except to say that now They're concerned about the fact that Cheryln seems to be back at her old plagiarizing tactics again, only this time it's with Sarah's dream, not another author's writings. So they're waiting for her book to be released, so they can see how much of Sarah's dreams she used, so they can contact her publisher to try to shut it down. And I'm done with this video. And I'm sure you're done with me. Like I said, I'm just letting you know what's going down on the tube in the true crime community. I hope you still love me. I don't know what else to say. I guess if I get any updates, I'll let you know. If you're still listening, if you're still speaking to me. I mean, it could be true, right? You never know. Stranger things have happened. Alright, I'm not going to push my luck. I'm out. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you on my next video.